I love it when women say to me, I used to love my arms. My arms used to be so strong, as if they can never be that way again. I am here to tell you, you are wrong. Your arms can be strong. They can be defined. Your best years are not behind you, I promise. But you have to do the work. You have to put in the time. You have to put in the work. And my goal with these workouts is to make it easy for you, to make it fun, because you're not repeating workouts, and to give you the encouragement that you need to just keep going and to realize that taking time for yourself is not selfish. It does not mean that you're neglecting other things. That is why I get up early in the morning. That is the only time that it's peaceful, quiet, no one needs me. I know sometimes when you have really small kids, it can be super tricky and you don't feel like getting up. So just aim for 3 days a week. That's a good place to start, but you have to put in the work. And when you feel better physically, you feel better mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's all part of it. You're pushing your fingertips back towards yourself very gently. Elbow up towards the ceiling. Let's stretch our triceps. This is my Guns for Girls arm workout with abs. 2 areas that are important to work out. So we're going to do them. We're going to have fun in the process. It's going to be over before we know it. If you've had any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, please make sure you check with your doctor. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is a push-up. Push-ups are hard. That is the headline. They are hard for everyone. They're always going to be hard. You just get better at them. So we're going to do a tricep push-up. So your hands are going to be close together. If you do push-ups on your knees, do them right on this part, not on your actual kneecap. You are a straight line from your head to your knees or your head to your feet. We are going to do 12. Again, your hands are together. Your thumbs are touching. Your fingers are pointing up. You're going to lower yourself. I don't care if you only go 5 inches. You keep your body tight. You lower yourself and push up. And your triceps are going to feel it right away. We're going to do 12. If you can only do 3 or 4, that's 3 or 4 more than you would have done if you were in bed. Take those breaks when you need to. We have 4 more, or I have 4 more. Fight for them. The important thing to remember with these workouts is you're not competing against me. You're you. You're doing your best. The only thing I want you to do is push yourself. All right, now we're going to do an incline curl, but we're actually not because my exercise ball is not in here. We are going to do a tricky bicep curl. Your feet are hip width apart. Your core is tight. You are going to squeeze your biceps to curl up. You're going to come down halfway, go all the way back up, and all the way down. Now, you should be using, if you're brand new, just use 3s. Or you can start with 5s. You can always drop down. Normally, I would start with 8s or 10s and then drop down. My elbow is feeling really good today, so I'm not going to mess with that. I'm using 3s. So squeeze up, halfway down, squeeze to get back up, and then full extension all the way down. We're doing 15. You have got to keep your core tight. I did not say that in the beginning. We are working arms, and it doesn't matter. Our entire core is the center of our power. That is what you keep tight for good form. Halfway down, all the way back up and down. Your weights at this point should be really challenging you. If they're not, you can always drop and pick up heavier weights. We have 6 more. All the way back up and then full extension, so you really have to squeeze to get them back to the top. 2 more. 1 more. Are you looking for the printer, baby? Oh, you did. Okay, awesome. All right, so now we are going to do abs. So get your mat. And I want you to put weights on either side of you. I'm doing 5s on one side, then on my side where my arm is a little iffy is the 3 pound. So what I want you to do is keep your body facing forward. I want you to reach over, come up, come back over, and put it down. Then I want you to reach to the front. You're gonna reach up and back. Now, when you do that, I want you to really squeeze when you're picking up to come up, really squeeze when you're putting it down. Then you're gonna reach to the side. You're gonna come up, over, put it back down, go back to this side. Okay, we're doing 10 because it takes a while. These bending, twisting, all of that helps our entire trunk, okay? To strengthen those muscles is really important. It prevents you tweaking your back. It gives you more ability to stretch, bend, pick things up, reach. All the things you do in everyday life. Squeeze. So the front one is more like a crunch. Really squeeze. So you crunch to pick it up, you crunch to bring it up, and you crunch to slowly place it back. I think that was 4. Let's do 4 more. Squeeze. I was in the business conference this weekend and I thought this one up. And I really like it. I tried it when I got home. Like, oh, I love strengthening all these muscles. It's not easy, but we are putting in the effort, and not just for ourselves. Okay, I think this is our last one. Bend over, pick it up. Everything has to be tight. Squeeze. Now you tell me your heart rate's not up. I think that was 8. I don't know. I feel like I lost count. Good morning, Melissa. Woo. All right, that was good stuff. That was really good. Now, when you do an exercise and you feel it all over, that is awesome. Okay. So next we're gonna work shoulders. This workout's gonna work your shoulders all the way to your forearms, which is awesome. Shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, wrists. We do it all. So we're gonna do alternate lifts. So you're gonna squeeze your shoulders to raise out to the side, squeeze your shoulders to raise out in front. That is 1 rep. Side, front, 1 rep. We're gonna do 15. I'm gonna actually leave that there. So my core is tight, yours should be too. I have a bend in my standing leg. Shoulders, you cannot go too heavy. Normally, I wouldn't be using more than 5. You think, oh, shoulders, that'll be strong. Oh my gosh. I really cannot go very heavy with shoulders at all. That being said, the changes that have happened in my shoulders as I've strengthened those muscles has been incredible. I hold stress in my shoulders. I used to have headaches 3 or 4 times a month. Since I have strengthened those muscles, I don't hold stress in the same way. I used to get to where I couldn't even turn my neck sometimes. 5 more. That never happens anymore, ever. It's pretty incredible. I'm not saying I don't stress, because of course I do. But the way it disperses, and the way it holds there is so different from the way it used to be. So I would encourage you, strengthen your shoulders, don't skip them. Oh, I love this one. Rockin' triceps. So we're gonna stand in this position, our feet are hip width apart. You're gonna start with your arms at a 90-degree angle. You're gonna rock them back. Then you're gonna straighten your arms and you squeeze those triceps. This is a very challenging area. It is one of the areas women complain to the most to me about. And here's why. They don't like the wave. They have the flapping, the wobbling, and they cannot stand it. So what do? They just cover it all up. You don't have to cover it all up. Just work them and they will respond. If you don't work them, you're gonna keep covering them up. Okay, so rock back, squeeze. We're doing 15. Keep that core tight. It is critical. Your body should not be moving at all. The only thing that's moving are your arms. When you come back, you squeeze those triceps for all they're worth. They should be screaming by now. If they're not burning, your weights are too light. Normally, I would start with an 8, get through a few, and then drop down to a 5. Again, because of my elbow, which it's getting better, but I still feel like I just need to go get it checked out because I know that I probably just need to not use any weights on it, and that's coming just in order to get it 110% better. I feel like we have 4 more. Come on, 1 more. Squeeze. So you want to make sure that the last 3 or 4 reps are really challenging. That's when you know that you're using the right weight. If you are blowing through and you're like, oh, totally got this. Hello. Your weights are too light. Okay. So next, you're going to work abs again. So you're going to lift your legs up and you're going to 1 and 1, 2, 2. You can modify and keep your feet on the ground. You can also keep 1 foot up at a time and then just switch off as often as you want. Whatever you want to do, whatever's going to challenge you, it's not about what challenges me, okay? So lean back. This is your angle. You keep those calves parallel to the ground. We're doing 15. Squeeze those trunk muscles. So if you've been doing my workouts, you know that I've really been encouraging my mom to work out, and she has fought me every step of the way. But now that she's turning 74, the chickens have come to roost for a woman who has never worked out. And it is not fun to watch. Her mobility has decreased 100% almost. Not 100%, a lot. She has no strength, no stamina. She has very poor balance. And, you know, I finally said to her in September, like, I'm not done having fun with you. I'm not done doing things with you. The kids are not done doing things. Like, is this it? Are you just not going to work out because you don't want to feel like anybody's telling you what to do? Apparently, that's the thing. As you get older, you don't want anybody bossing you around. I get it. She went to chair exercise class 3 times last week. I am beyond proud of her. She's like, I'm sore all over. I'm like, yeah, of course you are, because your body's been completely still for a really long time. And I said, that means what you're doing is working. The muscle soreness is part of it. That's how you know that you're breaking down those muscles and they're having to build themselves up. And when they build themselves up, that's when they become stronger. So I am so happy. So happy. Okay, we are going to work our forearms and our wrists. So you're going to squeeze up. You're going to turn it over and squeeze up. So 1 and 1 is 1. We're doing 15. So that is why I tell women, Age, don't let it define you. Don't think your best years are behind you. Don't think you're never gonna be happy with the way you look again. If you don't exercise at all, no, you're not gonna like the way you look. Everything's gonna start to slide and sag and spread, and that's just the way it works. You cannot be sedentary. You cannot just continue to eat whatever you want. You're not 13, you know? I'm 51 years old. If I ate everything I wanted and didn't exercise, I can't even imagine. I seriously can't even imagine. I know most importantly, I would feel like total garbage. And I don't want to feel like garbage. I got too much to do to feel like garbage. 4 more, keep that core tight, squeeze as hard as you can. If your weights are too heavy, drop them and pick up lower weights. We do not quit though. That right there is the big no-no. As one of my Visco fitters said, we do not quit here at Visco Fit. And that is a true story. Okay, we're gonna get a single weight. I'm gonna go with a 10. You can go a little bit heavier. Just wanna make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. You're going to stand with your feet hip width apart. Your weight is above your head but back. So if you dropped it, it wouldn't fall on your head. You're gonna lower between your shoulder blades, and again, you're gonna squeeze those triceps to bring it to the top. We're doing 15, slow and controlled squeeze. Your core muscles have got to be tight. You need them to keep your body stable. You don't wanna like bend backwards. You wanna be straight up and down. Squeeze, how does your weight feel? It should be getting more challenging. If it's not, it's too light. 5 more. You are so much stronger than you think you are. So if you only have 3-pound weights, you need to get your booty online on Amazon and get yourself some 5s and some 8s, or go to Goodwill. Charlena, good morning. Go to Goodwill, go to Target, go to Home Goods, whatever. You can find weights anywhere. You can buy them online. Okay, we're gonna go back to abs. And you're gonna lay on your side. This was a huge problem for me before I started working out with weights, the love handles. Once you have children, it just happens. I could not get rid of them. I was doing yoga, I was running, I was doing boot camps. Absolutely nothing worked until I started using weights. You're gonna put one leg out, your arm is behind you. I'm not gonna use that with this arm. Knee to elbow, knee to elbow. We're doing 15. You have got to keep everything tight. You are not pulling on your head. Literally, my hand's in a fist. Squeeze. If you can't get your elbow all the way to your knee, don't worry about it. Squeeze those obliques. Oh my gosh, so good. Another area, if you work it, you will see improvement. If you don't, you won't. So at any point, you can put your hand here and just, you'll feel that muscle contracting. And that is what you want. But you'll feel it. And it feels good to feel those muscles working. Squeeze. 5 more. Awesome. Back up. Okay, next one. You're gonna lay on your side. Your bottom arm is gonna be wrapped up and around your shoulder. Your other palm is pressed in right next to your shoulder, and you're gonna push up and work those triceps. Okay, we're doing 10 on each side. Keep those abs tight. If you cannot get all the way to 10, these are challenging. How many can you go through? Can you get 3 done? That's awesome, because you know what? The next time you do them, you're going to be stronger and you're going to do 4 or 5 or 6. That is how this works. That is how progress is measured. 10. Those are definitely challenging for me, but I've gotten so much better at them. So much. Okay. The next one that we're going to do. Right, okay. So we're going to do wide then tight bicep curls. Your arms are out. You're going to squeeze in, keep those elbows in tight. Then you come around to the front. We're doing 15, so 1 and 1 is 1. Normally I would be starting with 8 and then dropping down. Right now I have 3s. When you come down, I want full extension. Come on. This is 10. You can finish. Drop your weights if you need to, but you do not quit. 2. Come on, 1 more. Another thing, I don't want you finishing no matter what. I don't want you finishing with super sloppy form, because that is going to get you hurt. Hold on. Sorry. Good morning, Vivian. Sorry, I just had like a creeper on there, so I had to block him. Okay, let's go. Wrist burn. So again, we're working those wrists and our forearms. They are not areas that women generally work, okay? So you are going to circle and then circle. The rest of your body is tight. Your entire core is tight. 5. We're doing 15. I have 1 pound weights. Normally I start with 5s, but I usually drop down. I want full range of motion. 5 more. So good. So good. Okay, now we're going to get on our back. You have a weight above your chest. You're going to squeeze up, hold 2, 3, and lower. So you are squeezing those abs with all you've got, and you are breathing. You're going to want to hold your breath, but don't do it. 15, 2, 3. Squeeze 2, 3. $13, $14. I can't talk very much during these. Oh my gosh. So good. And you need to know, if you're doing an ab exercise and your ab muscles are cramping, just take a second, stretch them out, and get back into it. They are not in control. You are. For sure. How are we doing time-wise? Because I gotta go soon. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do, one of my favorites. I'm not much of a boxing person. I don't really enjoy boxing classes. However, I do love this one. So pretend like you have a speed bag, you know, when you see the boxers. So we're gonna do that. Do not punch yourself in the face with the weights. That would be bad. I am using 1 pound. Normally I start with 5s, but I usually drop down. So we're gonna do 20. So 1 and 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. You are moving quickly. You are gonna have to lean back a tiny bit. And I want you to squeeze your entire arm, or arms, both arms and shoulders. You've got to keep your whole core tight and just make it work. Next, we're going to punch across our body. Everything's tight, once again. Tight, tight, tight. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, I think I'm good. So yeah, 1, 1, 2, 2. Everything's tight. As you're rotating, your core is like cement. Sharp movements. We're doing 20. Your feet are planted. 5 more. Awesome. Oh, sorry, I'm not done. And we're gonna go low. Same rules apply. Your feet stay planted because then that's when you're really getting maximum rotation in your trunk. Sharp movement. Five more. Awesome. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we are gonna work our shoulders again. Normally I would do 5s. You are gonna lift, curl, out, and down, 15. Come on. Squeeze, curl, so squeeze those biceps, and then fully extend them before lowering. 5 more. One more. Awesome. Okay, let's do an ab exercise and then we're out because I gotta get my morning moving. Okay, next one that we are gonna do, there is a machine at the gym that has cables with weights on the other end. So you put a pin in to get how much weight you want. And you grab it and you pull down and you try to get your elbows to your legs. If you can't get them all the way there, don't worry about it. Normally I would use 5s. 3s or 5s. So start with that, see how you're doing. Reach up, squeeze your abs to get those knees to your elbows and back up, 15. So pretend like you have 20-pound plates. And you have to squeeze really hard, except you're not paying $150 or $200 a month for a gym. 7 more. Come on, squeeze. Your abs should be on fire. If they're not, you're not squeezing hard enough. 3 more. Yay! We're done. I'm so happy that you joined me. I'm just gonna roll this up. We are gonna stretch. Tomorrow is leg day. And we got this. I can teach you to enjoy legs. Might not be able to teach you to love leg day. I can teach you to enjoy it. Elbow up towards the ceiling, pull down into the back, stretch those triceps out. You gotta work legs, people. You got a lot of life left in you. And if you have weak legs, it just makes everything so much harder. So we work them. I always change up. I come up with fun exercises. Hook one arm around. Stretch that shoulder out. Feels so good. Put your thumbs on the front of your hips. And push your shoulders forward. I love stretching my shoulders. I never even knew that was a thing. Okay, press your fingers back towards you. Stretch out those forearms and those biceps. Give yourself some hugs. Tomorrow morning, I'm not going to be on crazy early. Probably 7 in the morning, okay? Have a beautiful day. I'm always here for encouragement, support, whatever you need. Bye. Oh, share my workout. Thanks.